At least two fan bases will put their sweet little heads on a pillow and rest easy tonight based on the wonderful news from Connor Orr at Sports Illustrated. So head on over to Portillo's and get yourself a hot dog or snag yourself some pierogies from wherever the heck you go in Pittsburgh to get yourself some pierogies and huddle up. In this video, we're going to be talking about the newest takes on Chicago Bears and Pittsburgh Steelers, and surprise, surprise, it's good news for both of you. Well, one of them, it's a little bit questionable. Some of you Steelers fans might be not a big fan of that, but if you're new here, I'm Nate. We are talking the biggest news in sports every single day on this channel. Get subbed up to make sure you don't miss out on any of the action, but the good news is this. Connor Orr picked Caleb Williams to have one heck of a season this year, and this is a pretty, I wouldn't say wild take. It's wild take in the sense that rookies just don't do this very often. It's unusual, but this is his wild take, so we're gonna listen to it. We're gonna talk about it, and I hope Bears fans will absolutely love it. I even put the blue backdrop on there for you. It's not quite as, it's not the right blue. It's a little too royal for you, but I mean, it's blue. It's the best I could do. He also said some other wild things, by the way, related to the Pittsburgh Steelers that you won't want to miss if you're a Steelers fan. So stick around to the end of the video. Before we get into the details, though, comment below, how much better have the Bears gotten this season? That's a lot of B's in a sentence. How much better have the Bears become? Whoa, this season. How much better are the Bears? I think the Bears have had a massive improvement this offseason. I don't think that it's going to translate in terms of wins and losses in the way that Bears fans might think. Sorry to be a naysayer, but I'd be happy to be wrong. I'm just going off of this understanding that I've had my whole life that a good mom in Illinois raises her boys to know one thing about the Bears. Don't put your hope in the Bears. I mean, that's what a good mom does, right? Am I wrong? National media has had a big one with Caleb Williams. I mean, a big one. And it's not changing anytime soon. So either Caleb Williams is either going to be the best thing since Giordano's deep dish pizza came out, or, and don't at me in the comments, by the way, that's just the one I've been to. I don't know what the best one is. Let me know in the comments what the best one is. But either he's going to be the best thing since deep dish, or he's going to be a massive disappointment because the excitement around this rookie is unbelievable. And, you know, if it doesn't go well for you, it's just going to be a stark reminder of what your mama always told you growing up, not to put your hope in the Bears. Take number one from Connor Orr, Sports Illustrated. Caleb Williams will throw for the same number of touchdown passes as Peyton Manning, who threw 26 touchdowns during his rookie season, also threw 28 interceptions. Love this comment here. Should Williams throw 28 picks out, imagine the entirety of the Chicago Bears building would be cleaned out. How times have changed. Anyway, Williams will have a great weapon set at his disposal and an offensive coordinator in Shane Waldron, who really came into his own after the departure of Russell Wilson from Seattle. So there's a happy take for you, Bears fans. It gets even better. He breaks down all of the stats. Caleb Williams will put up the following numbers during rookie season: a 65% completion rate, 26 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and 3,727 yards. Williams will finish with a very close second in Offensive Rookie of the Year voting and win at least 7 games. The hallmark of his rookie season will be a few critical throws he makes under duress, taking hard hits as he releases the ball and dispelling some of the pre-draft narratives on the number 1 pick. Big pick for Caleb Williams. Big pick here. These are crazy numbers. Like 26 touchdowns, 12 interceptions, and 3,727 yards. It took Josh Allen 4 seasons to get close to those kinds of numbers. I mean, the turnover ratio itself is a very, very tough statistic for rookie quarterbacks to go out there and handle well. This is a wild take. And listen, I get it. I watched Caleb Williams last year like all of you did. I know what people are saying. I know what they're seeing, but there is always a gap from college to NFL. Almost always a gap from college to NFL. It's just going to be really interesting to see how it plays out for them. What he did get right, Connor Orr did get right, and may have gotten more right, but he definitely at least got right. This weapon set is outstanding. I mean, how many weapons can a rookie quarterback wish to have? DJ Moore, Keenan Allen, Rome Odunze is going to be interesting. I think he's going to be really good this season. Maybe not going to get enough targets to really shine, but he's going to be a great wide receiver, I think, in this league. DeAndre Swift. I mean, this is a solid offense right now. This is a solid offense. And Bears are always looking for a solid defense. So you have to imagine it's going to be a good team. Good on you, by the way, Bears fans. Good on you, by the way, going more than 30 seconds in the draft in the first round, in the pick that everybody knew was going to happen for months and months and months. Good on you for waiting to extra 30. It was longer than 30 seconds, but just to even do 30 seconds before making the pick. I'm sure the NFL is going to love that. I'm sure the NFL is probably going to do some things in your favor that someday, maybe a couple years down the line, we're going to see Aaron Rodgers come out of a darkness retreat. He's going to go on Pat McAfee's show, and he's going to be like, conspiracy theory for the Bears that season because of how long they took to make that first pick. Just saying. All right, moving on to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Gone are the days, by the way, of Ben Roethlisberger hobbing around on broken ankles with mismatched shoes. You guys now have a stud 2 QB system to look forward to that surely couldn't be any worse than the Wildcat offense that Mark Sanchez and Tim Tebow tried to run. I mean, I don't really feel like they actually tried a Wildcat offense. They claimed they were doing that, but yeah, anyway, we'll move on from that. Here's the take. Justin Fields will score at least 5 touchdowns as a non-quarterback as Mike Tomlin artfully deploys a true 2 QB system. The old axiom has long been that if your team claims to have 2 quarterbacks, it really has none. I think this year's Pittsburgh Steelers could legitimately buck that trend. I love the idea of keeping an opponent in suspense, much the way the Jets tried to do with Mark Sanchez and Tim Tebow, though they failed horribly. There really and truly is a finite amount of time a team has to prepare for its opponents, and not knowing which quarterback will walk out on the field at any given moment could be a disaster for defenses. We saw this when the 49ers started introducing Colin Kaepernick into their offensive scheme during the Jim Harbaugh era. Worked out well for them once. All that said, I think one of the Steelers' more successful packages will be Fields and Wilson on the field at the same time. Wild takes. I think I love it. I love it. It's great. It's interesting. It's out there. I don't know how successful it's going to be. I don't know, but I understand. Everybody understands in theory how a 2 quarterback system like that could be absolutely dangerous. But at the end of the day, what these 2 quarterbacks are going to give you has too much similarity in my mind. They're different, but too much similarity in my mind for defenses to really struggle. I mean, Justin Fields, is he enough of a threat running in a way that I guess Steelers would probably put his body out there? They probably wouldn't care, would they? It's going to be interesting to see either way. It will be fascinating for sure. All of that being said, let me know what you think in the comments. 1, do you think that the Bears have improved that much? They're going to be that good? Are they a playoff team? Let me know in the comments what you think about that. Pittsburgh Steelers, are they really going to run a 2 QB sets regularly? Is that going to be a normal thing that they do? If so, will it be successful? I don't know. I have a lot of doubts around it, but it will be interesting to see if they do it. And oh boy, this is going to be a fun season. Thanks for joining me, Sports Fanatics. Make sure you sub up so you don't miss out on all the great big sports news that we're going to be talking about on this channel, me, Ben, and Aaron. It's a fun time to be a sports fan. Make sure you're subscribed.